Well, here we are, working on the barn again. Daddy J and Junior's working on this section of the roof. I'm gonna try to frame in this entire side of the wall today. I may only be able to get from the doorway that way. I may not be able to get that side. I'm buying 2x4s each week as we go, so I may be running out of 2x4s, but I'm at least going to get this part done today and get the siding on. I'm going to leave a vent here. This is just going to be covered in wire, nothing special here, and I'll have a section here. And I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to handle paneling up that yet. And then of course down here we're going to have our wire airflow. So I'm going to get back to framing, and Big Daddy J is going to get back to roofing and with Junior. And we'll just let you see how far we get today.
You sure are doing a lot of jawing. You're getting much work done. Good girl.
Ha ha ha. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Well, to all the mothers anyway. Stepmothers, adopted mothers, mother surrogates, any woman that has influence on a child's life. Happy Mother's Day. Well, I got it framed in. Truth of the matter is, I was beating the band yesterday and making good progress, and I thought for sure I was going to get this wall done. We had a rain shower come in, and I was determined to get this framed, so I kept working even though it was raining. And it rained harder, and I kept working. I worked in the rain for probably an hour and a half yesterday because I would not quit until I had this framing done. But it was getting muddy and it was getting wet. I was drenched and it was getting pretty dangerous with the lightning and thundering and everything sopping wet. So I had to quit. I'm back at it today. I'm hoping to get I have to get the paneling up today. And to be honest with you, I gotta deal with angles today. I don't know anything about cutting angles. So, this is gonna be one of those instances where you learn by trial and error. I will figure it out, and I will get it done. So instead of talking about it, I'm going to get to it. Wish me luck. Alright, now how do we do this? I'm going to start at this corner and work in. And basically, I'm going to have to measure each board individually, because no two boards are the same. This is green lumber from the sawmill. And because of the angle, every board will have different widths or different lengths. So I'm going to have to do this one board at a time and measure one at a time. I'm going to start with the first board. I'm going to go here. And stop here. So the short end of this board is going to be 45 inches. The board is roughly 4.5 inches wide. So, the tall end of the board here. It'll be roughly 46 inches. So if I figure out the angle on this board, it stands to reason, rationally, in my mind, that if I get the angle right on the first board, the rest of the angles will be the same. Yes? Hope so. Okay, so what I have done is I took my board and I measured up my short end at the 45 inches and I measured my long end at the 46 inches. And then I drew a line using the speed square to mark my cut. Then I put my board on here and I lined up my blade. See, this saw has this nifty little gadget. You push this button here and you can rotate. Well, when I lined up with my mark, we ended up being on the right hand 15 mark. I am no engineer, I am no constructor, I am no tool genius, but my saw has this mark that says 15. I don't know what that is. I assume it's 15 degrees. I don't know. But it goes both ways on the left hand side and the right hand side. So I guess one's negative, one's positive. Either way, all I care about is it matched up to the 15. So I am going to cut this and we will see if it fits. I think I'm on to something here, but I don't know. We'll test it. Let's get this cut first. Oh yeah, that was a perfect match. It followed my line perfectly. Now with the theory that the roof will continue at the exact same angle, I shouldn't have to change that again. In theory. Alright, let's go see if this fits. Holy moly cow, it worked! It fits! It fits! Alright, let's screw this big bad boy in. On my first board I didn't use the level because I needed my corners to match up, and they do. But from here on out I'll have to level each board. got a little bit of a gap, but it's level. I wanted to show you guys real quick. Daddy J is working on a bench to go outside the rabbit barn here for me. And this is just made out of a piece of that slab board that he got last year. It was a big, heavy piece. We can't use it for much. And I thought it was an interesting piece. So when he cuts off the 4x4 posts on the roof, he's using the excess as my legs. And he's waiting to put one more leg on here. And then that's going to sit outside my new rabbit barn. He's talked about sanding the top of it and putting a sealant on it just so it stays pretty. Anyway, thought y'all might like to see that. That's a little small, simple project in the works. Mother Nature is not cooperating. I'm 6 boards into it, and we got thunder right behind us. I gotta get this done, but it sounds like I'm gonna be doing it in the rain again. Takes a while to get this done, and I don't think I'm gonna beat the storm. Crossing my fingers that it blows around us. Anyway, instead of wasting minutes sitting here chit-chatting with you guys, I'm gonna work on my barn. There's a few drops. It starts. Oh boy. Well, I guess for a while I'll clean cages and get my cages hung up. I have no power. The storm took out the electricity. So I guess I'm going to have to wait till the power comes back before I can work on the paneling on the wall. I guess we clean cages and get cages hung up, get those feeders in and get that ready. I wanted to wait till last because that's going to be in the way. So I guess I'll have to move all this too. Oh, we'll get it done. We will. I'm determined. We're gonna get it done. Listen closely. You can hear that the storm has set in, although it is now on the east side of us, so hopefully it'll flow through. But the good news is, Daddy J is standing under the roof and he's nice and dry.
The roof works.
That's the good news. It is now 3.5 hours later. The rain has stopped. The storm is gone. And we finally had power. Oh, I suppose if one was desperate enough, they could take a screwdriver and screw these boards on by hand and use a handsaw. I'm not that desperate.
Yes, you are.
So, now that we have power, while we were sitting under this barn trying to stay dry, Daddy J had a brilliant idea. And I'm really bummed that I didn't think of this first, because now I have to give him credit for a brilliant idea. Anyway, the idea Daddy J come up with. See, some of these cages I just bought, I got a heck of a deal on them. They're stacking cages that comes with legs. Well, I don't need the legs for what I want. So we're going to use these legs, we think, to hang the cages on the wall. So let's see if it'll do what I want. Okay, we have the board moved and we have the first 2 legs on. Let's see if this is going to work.
Well, I want to know why I'm the guy that gets to deal with the disasters when they don't work. When it's on camera and hers don't work, she edits that part.
By golly, I don't even think you need wire support on that.
Got a rabbit in there that's 10 pounds, probably would.
Pull on that sucker.
Daddy, well, Mom.
We'd put the support for sure, but I'm not sure it's needed.
Upside down. On the other block.
Yeah, it needs more support.
It does in fact work. His idea was as brilliant as he thought it was. Cool. We could go ahead and put the other 2 legs in, but that means cutting the board. So I think the wire will offer enough support, don't you think?
Possibly so. Possibly so. Yeah, another idea, and I don't know if it's any better. So you want to do one more run across the top?
Okay, Daddy's Jay plan. Brilliant idea. Works brilliantly. We're still going to put some wire supports. These are pretty sturdy, but just on the safe side, because rabbits do hop and bounce and might knock them down. So we are going to go ahead and put some extra wire supports on these just in case. And we're going to put the feeders and the waters on there. But this has worked brilliantly, Daddy J. Siding's up. You'll see these 2 areas here, that one and that one. Those are vents. We'll be putting wire up there. And yes, there's a board right there that we have to cut the corner out of. And trim up the shingles that's hanging over the roof. And this side is finished. We are officially about 1/4 of the way finished with this barn. Thank gosh. Let's go inside and take a look. Well, once again, it's pretty dark. And I think it's too dark for you to see. Anyway, we got the cages up. We got the wall up. So, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. And until we speak again, God bless.